diplomatic envoys of Okuma. When they arrive, they discover to their surprise that the black tide is struck, and they fight a mysterious swordmaster. In the end, they manage to rescue Anaxa and the core flame that he carries. While everyone is on their way back within the city of Okuma, Krataros is arrested for abducting Trinan and trespassing of forbidden grounds. Under Maide's meditation, Tribi and her sisters agree to reveal the memories in order to facilitate reconciliation between the Kremnonians and Okumans. Unexpectedly, just as Tribi and her sister are about to meet the Time Titan Oryx and repair their memories, they encounter the mysterious Swordmaster yet again. Trian sacrifices herself and falls with the Titan to protect her companions. In order to take back the core flame, everyone set up a plan to seal the Swordmaster. The plan suffers multiple setbacks, but Maide returns as the demigod of strife and helps everyone reclaim the core flame. Not after he successfully persuades his people to let go of their prejudices and against Okuma. He says goodbye to everyone and returns home to join the front line against the Black Tide. On the other side, everyone holds a simple funeral for Trian, who exhausted her divine powers and turned into a doll. Having accepted Trian's last wish, the group continues on the path of the Flame Chase journey. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail 3.2. We are going to find out, what that ending of 2.1 was. No, sorry, 3.1 was, when Castris was holding us and we were kind of fading away. We're going to find out what happened. So let's not waste any time and let's get right to it. Hello, everybody. Where are you? Oh no. We have to go. Oh no. Why do we have to go right here? Investigate. Trebios's memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. If I take an Ornyx trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Probably. We are the main character. Regardless, I must give Aglaia an answer. Some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
I'm gonna turn down the music just a tad.
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
Damn.
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
He's okay.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaia, Has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
Probably.
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the flame chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
What's his nickname?
Dromus draped in finery?
Oh.
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
Damn.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire.
Oh my god, she said his
As
full
a
name.
Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the cool flame.
But won't he die? Well, I don't think they know that, though.
However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure in the last one, technically the only thing that saved him was the core flame because he actually died. So they don't know if they take the core flame out, he will die. So
Just as I feared.
I'm curious if that's going to come into
The
play.
flame chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Aglaia is probably the only person who calls him by his full name.
I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest.
Is it me?
You're here.
Of course it's me.
Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
Of course I am. We are ready. Mem and me. I'm still on the fence. We are ready. Mem and me.
It
Mem and
seems that
I.
this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
Thanks to you, I've evolved from a little dog into a sacred beast.
Surrendering the cool flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own.
Well, technically, we're not even a living human being. We have a Stellaron inside of us, so we don't even have a beating heart. So technically, we have no humanity to lose, so...
From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
Oh. Are you trying to talk me out of it? Is there a plan B? Are you trying to talk
On
me
the
out of it?
contrary, you are the only one who qualifies to attain divinity.
No.
Yet, for that very reason, I do not wish to pressure you.
Is there a plan B?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations.
Oh, jeez.
There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Seems like a shot in the dark. If I do not descend into hell, who will? All right, that's it. I'm out. I do not descend into hell, who will?
Mem worry. Memmy, memmy, mem.
Mem.
Memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Mem worry. Don't worry. Honestly, I like when Mem just randomly speaks a word. Don't worry. With me by your side, even if things go south, you'll be heading straight to heaven. I think that's not... I mean, that's good, but that means we're still gonna die. So that's not very...
Mem, memmy, mem. Mem, memmy, mem, 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 hero.
I love that. We've come so far and everyone is counting on you to be the hero.
Memmy, mem, mem. Mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem.
As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Time Titan may be willful at times, but never caused us any harm. You know, if we get this Time Titan, I wonder, because the whole theory of Amphorius is it's in a loop, and that the Sword Master and the Dark Cloak is Fane, and what if, because we take this Time Titan power, we go back into time, maybe to the start of Amphorius, maybe to where, I don't know, Cyrene was killed or whatever, or maybe we come back to the start of, like, where we started in 3.0, so maybe us doing this is gonna be the key for us going way into the past and maybe fixing everything. But hey, that's just a theory. Oh, she didn't say it like a child. Myth has it that Orynyx opposes mortals, but to me, they just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
What if, like, Orynyx and Mem are like best buds?
Memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them. But the moment I saw Pulani, Orynyx memories were already in my head.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
I trust you all to make the right call. Do I even have a say in this? I trust you. I trust everybody.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinen will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Yeah, we can talk about the sky. Before leaving, I should go and say hi to Casterus. Hi, Casterus.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
You need a glider for something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I liked to read.
Can you tell me more about the book? Is this book very special? Is this book very special?
No, it's just an ordinary book. It's definitely not some kind of unique copy. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself.
Oh, no.
And wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
What a dark story. What a touching story.
Mem.
Huh? How was it touching?
I actually think so too.
See, ma'am, you gotta know what to say at the right time.
Mem?
What? That was the correct option to increase friendship level? Hell yeah, it was. I love that's what she says, though.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind. She probably did not think much of it while she was writing. No one goes.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things.
And I say I'm just picking all the right answers to increase my friendship.
Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity...
You're reminding me of bad memories, Castris. You're reminding me of March. I miss March. And you're reminding me that the goddamn camera is full and we can't take any more pictures.
Forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
See, her saying, let's talk about this in the future is like one of those big flags. Like, hey, we might not be able to talk about this in the future. Or that might not happen, but we'll see. Head to the private bath chamber and speak with Danny Hungy. I don't think there's... Oh, okay, I couldn't read that because I wasn't paying attention. Let's just teleport there. And...
I'd love to go in and take a look.
Oh, Faining's here. Hey, Finon. Citizens Assembly.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Some good news. More trouble.
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akima better.
Do you remember the Council of Elders, that one on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Well, yeah, they kind of don't like you guys. So, Aglaia doesn't actually call the shots? I have never once passed my sociology class. So Aglaia doesn't call the shots?
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
I have never once passed my sociology class. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University. No. Tell me more about the Citizens' Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaia should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Well, Feinen, as of right now, those people do not like the Chrysos heirs, and you guys are gonna be gone unless we do something. It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaia that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
And that's me, of course. Is it Mem? Is it Anaxa? Is it us? It's us. No, although we might be mentioned, the Council of Elders has another target in mind. Isn't it Anaxa?
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
Damn it.
Aglaia will surely take back Cersei's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time.
You suspect he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect towards the Council of Elders.
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akima. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I mean, we did see him in the trailer, you know, with them, but hey, maybe he's tricking them somehow. I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaia and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. Pulani and Mem are tied up with Ornyx's trial, and while I'm preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. Let's just take one thing at a step at a time. I just want to rest right now. None of those things seem likely they're going to be easy to deal with. They're probably not.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you.
Yep.
I hope that Ornyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating.
Oh, maybe
I remember that
Ornyx.
they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss.
They're saying something about mother or whatever. You know, maybe Ornyx will show me some of the past.
Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Oh, geesh. Democratic politics has always fascinated citizens of different city-states in Amphorius. When Okima was first established, its democracy was limited to privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Achaemenid citizens Assemble took the stage. transforming Akma's governance into a democracy for all, where the citizens assemble made every major decision. It's important to note that as the black tide draws near and citizens from the other city-states joins Akma's political life, the precious rights of Akma's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with the Akhman citizens assemble system grew even ever louder. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization development. Rather than the cause of development, for democracy to be productive, it must appoint different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Akhma's Citizens Assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses only on the current Akhman Citizens Assembly, not the future developments. Readers should bear this limited in mind. So this was just a warning, god dang. Before examining the Akhman Citizens Assembly, operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizenship's rights and citizenship's policies of Okama. The elders have once noted that Okama is a collective of free citizens. Due to the substantial power citizens possess, citizenship's qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Discussion of the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leader of the Chrysoseirs and the Council of Elders. As more Amphorian city-states fell over time, and as the black tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenships right in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. While social differences... Uh-oh. Whoa. I don't know about this, Chief, but you know what? I'll do it. While social differences naturally exist between rich and poor, locals and travelers, the holy city of Okama would not allow these social distinctions to become politically divisions and will ensure complete political equality among all citizens. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens Assembly. Barring emergencies, Akma's Citizens Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a governmental entity made of representatives of the state, hosts the upcoming Citizens Assembly agenda and venue. Usually dawn cloud in the Holy City at the Wall of Heroes before each meeting. Usually topics are proposed by the Council of Elders members before the assembly and become official assembly items and after receiving majority council approval. The council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the council chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders, Assembly Chair, Council of Elders Assembly's Chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally the matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens Assembly without prior council review. Council-reviewed matters yield only two outcomes. Either they're already thoroughly discussed and only need citizens' votes, or they require citizens to hold debate to reach final resolutions during the assembly. Results are tallied using pottery shards blessed with Kafale's ruins, with voting dola placed throughout Okama's during assemblies. After thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elders posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Core functions of Citizens Assembly. The Assembly wields the important capacities of legislative power. The appointment of government officials declaring war, conceding peace, and actually the control of armies during wartime. Yet historically and practically, Okama's Citizens Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites who represent the majority social interests can effectively manage social matters. In other words, the current system where the leaders of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders jointly manage Okuma was decided by the Okuman Citizens Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation, rather than directly managing social affairs or making political decisions. Appendix: principal members of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from Amphoria city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from current Council of Elder members. Authorized by the Citizens Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Okuma. The most renowned honorary elder is Rugus, I don't know, and holy Anti-Therian, a race that was already nearly extinct before the Chrysos War. He had communicated directly with Kefal multiple times during the area of the Chrysi, and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefal, showing himself as a true Therios. Lacrugus, neutrality, is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection as the Citizens Assembly chair. Significantly, Elder Canis has shown great effectiveness in Okuma's governance and gathered many followers. Many believe Canis will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the Chrysos heirs hold real authority and transform Okuma's political structure. Holy, that's not a quick read. Damn. Rest up and prepare to face the trial. Not anything to say, Don Hung? It's just as I suspected. The troubles afflicting the Flame Chase journey aren't just external issues. The complex internal politics and interpersonal relationships are also exacerbating the problem. We can't let our guard down yet. We have to find where we stand in this large interwoven web. I agree. That was a lot of reading. That was a lot of reading. I'm gonna rest outside. Nervous. The trial feels like it's just around the corner. I'm starting to feel nervous. It's not that soon. There are still a few more days until then. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I feel like a sitting duck that has been thrown into the deep end. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an Eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of regional god just fine. I think so too, thank you. We've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with this midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest, Mulani. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Amphorius is about to begin. Get some rest and wait for the trial. A few days later at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Alright, let's speak to everybody. Hey, Cass.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves.
You don't gotta say anything, I got this.
Right. Perhaps something like, as long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the Flame Chase journey will be smooth sailing? No, that sounds a little strange. Don't worry, it won't take up too much of your time.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Don't worry, you'll definitely make it back alive.
Alright, we're going a little darker now.
Oh, sorry. It seems like I've made the mood even heavier. In any case, may everything go your way.
Hey, Faney, and
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only go and experience it for yourself.
yeah, Faney, I'll do what you can't. I'll actually pass my trial.
I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
I will. Unlike you.
I can still vividly recall when you entered the vortex of Genesis for the first time. At that time, I could never have imagined that a guest from beyond the sky would shoulder the fate of Amphorius.
I mean, the first time we came here, you tried to kill us.
Don't feel burdened. Just like during the trial of strife, Trinan and Finan will be waiting for you outside. If something unforeseen were to occur, they will intervene in the trial and rescue you.
I don't need no help. I got this.
May Kefali bless you.
I got this. Hey, Trinan. Can I... Nope.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
Will do.
The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Let's begin. I've long gotten used to fighting fires. The
8th core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the Chrysosairs, a traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles. Mem.
It's also who for me, not that.
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world.
just hearing mem.
We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
I don't think I have gold blood.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
God, I can't take anything serious.
And surrender the core flame.
Click and hold to submit to the core flame and complete your objective.
Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Wait for my return, friends. I love you all. Hit him with the peace sign. That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood. So let's just leave the farewell for next time. It's very appropriate. What if I die, Donhong?
Don't worry. You're tougher than I am, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna actually beat my trial, unlike you. Let's go, Pulani. Let's take on this trial.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
You better acknowledge me.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos. She will definitely succeed.
What if he said that and I already failed?
While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak. I'm listening.
Slap, slap!
Slap, slap.
Wake up!
Oh my god, she's actually speaking.
How is it? How do you feel?
Oh my god, ma'am, you have a voice. You're able to talk. Has the trial begun? How are you able to talk? How are you able to talk?
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. I don't have to read over your lines. You're not saying ma'am anymore. It's like watching your pet grow up. And I'm so happy.
I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Alright. I wonder if we are going to get this answer since 3.0. Who is Mother?
Have I finally reached the end? Or the years of isolation coming to an end?
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Of course.
Memories broken. Mother, where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
Yeah, who is Mother? Is it March? Is it Cyrene?
You. It's you. I remember you.
You do, of course. Okay, dang, glare's getting a little bit brighter.
Skyfather has gazed upon you.
Okay.
Mother is calling for you.
Who is Mother? Is it Cyrene? Does Skyfather refer to Fully? I would assume so. Okay, you were speaking plain as day, and now I don't know what you're saying. The Titan's words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seemed to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Skyfather has chosen you.
I would assume that's probably Fully. Yeah, here we go. Who is your mother? Is it March? Is it Cyrene? Okay, never mind. We're not that special, I guess. We're not gonna get the answer that easy. A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is
Okay, my thing is, it could be Cyrene because she is dead, or it could be Mars because she is, you know, sleeping. We've come to you because of something important.
Something important. An important matter.
Oryx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Oryx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
That will be me, of course.
Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor Ornix.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Leave it to us, Titan. What's troubling you, big fella? What's troubling you, big fella?
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious.
Oh, Mem looks so proud of us. Oh.
You lack something.
What do I lack? Do you know?
Just one thing.
What do I lack? I've been gazed upon by a lot of eons. Even this supposed Skyfather that's probably fully.
Lacking something. What is it?
Oh, jeez.
What you lack.
Is it gonna be like humanity, a heart,
Is
a future? I don't have a future? That's right. I live in the moment. What future? Okay, this is interesting. That's right. I live in the moment.
Future?
traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already.
I mean, that's true. The only reason we are alive is because of the Stellaron.
The gaze from the Sky Father.
Oh.
Stabilize your form.
So is us getting gazed upon the Aeons keeping us alive?
Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away. Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
Do you mean that I'm already dead? I mean, we are dead. Because the thing is, because we don't know what happened before the game started. Because technically they put a Stellaron into her body, because Kafka put a Stellaron into, so I'm curious on how we, dead? Well, we're gonna get a look into the past of how everything happens. Maybe get some answers.
The space is collapsing.
Or does this mean that we failed the trial?
Someone must inherit the authority of time.
So it can't be us because we don't have a future.
If the pillar is lost, the laws of time
still haven't explained things clearly. What about the trial? Revive me quickly. I don't think there is no reviving. You still haven't explained things clearly.
Time never compromises. Never bears grudges. Never forgives. Never makes a choice. Child of humanity. Titans. Mother. Sky Father.
You still don't know who Mother is.
Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Well, you know, Fabian, I might have spoke too soon. I too failed my trial.
Strider of remembrance.
Oh,
My strength, I shall entrust it to you.
I spoke too soon.
The fate of the world. If you wish to, save it. Go and find your future that has been stolen.
Okay.
Even if that means you'll have to cheat death.
So maybe we are in a time loop right now, and technically we've already died.
You'll have to challenge that. Hand of shadow, clasped with unyielding fingers.
Oh, so we gotta go meet... Before the passing of the 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. This is the true trial of time. Okay. We gotta go beat death. You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Orynyx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Amphorius. However, Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They are still explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. The Titan must be joking, right? Don't sigh, Don Hung. So what's my superpower? Don't sigh. There's something that I never told you. We landed on Amphorius. Our car was pierced by Nikador's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss. This was what I said. Yeah, I remember that. Wait. No, let's see what happened. You passed out. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out, and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding, but then I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing, but when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy, so I never brought this up again. So maybe we died at that time? Haha, so you were knocked out unconscious by a rock. How did exactly... you know what? I would pick two, but I'm going to be a little serious. How exactly did I come back to life? I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now. Just like those objects of the past in the miracles of Orynyx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed that they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. What should we do next? Cry for me. Stellaron, do something. Stellaron, do something. For a while, I also thought that the Stellaron was your life support system, but it seems like this hypothesis has been disproven. So that means the Stellaron isn't our life support, so how are we living? Are we just a memory? It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Or an expansion finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Maide's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Amphorius that can even reverse death. And that is the Death Titan itself. Thanatos. The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown. Well, Castorus, it's your time to shine, damn it.
Hey, are you alright?
Oh my god, she's speaking now.
I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Yeah, she's our only hope, really. Let's do that then, Pulani.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosairs already know everything that has happened to you.
Yeah, I already know that.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
It's fine. Okay, well, let's go. They're probably gonna be worried and they'll probably coddle me. Hi, cutie.
Miss, I'm right here.
You hear soft steps coming closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel you have seen this scene before. You want to turn your head, but the glimpse, a dash of purple brushing past your face, then a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins. Thump, thump. Your heartbeat begins to slow. At this moment, I just want to close my eyes. Remembering the near-death experience, gotta stay on guard. Spin around and immediately give Castorus a scare. Let's scare her. Aha! In the blink of an eye, time seems to have frozen beneath that cold sensation, and you just happen to close your eyes.
Please pardon me.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. A subtle fragrance of an unnamed flower fills your senses in sweetness, making you forget the need to breathe. You realize you are still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not rough. You know, the coldness of the initial touch disperses as quickly as it came, and replacing it is the touch of fingertips and a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Her quivering fingers gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle. Oh my god, she's touching us.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Castorus, you're shaking. Am I really dead? You're invading my personal space. Am I really dead?
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason.
So the reason her curse didn't affect us is because we are already dead.
I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Well, we better do that.
Cass, did you find anything?
God, ma'am, it is so weird that you're speaking now.
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time.
Agree, there's no harm in trying again. Refuse, I think I'll pass. Well, I can't refuse. I kind of have to agree.
I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Trust me, I know you. Every time you touch a living being, they fade away. We've seen some of your backstory already. Castris once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm somewhat this time. Did you discover something?
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away.
You know, knowing how this story will probably go, us and Thanatos will probably find it at the same time.
Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it.
We have a general location?
It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss.
No, we don't.
Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on.
Trust me, I will.
Amphorius needs you.
I'll do my best, so what now? Live on bravely, I understand. Live on bravely, I understand.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
Yeah, technically we're dead, so...
Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
Discuss your next step with Aglaya and the others. Well, let's go. Honestly, it's kind of like... What could go worse, really? We're dead. Well, I mean, we can get our soul. The only thing that could happen that's worse is, Thanatos gets our soul. So... But, what could go wrong? And not the wood.
Partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Pretty good. Found out I'm actually not alive right now. My soul's wandering around. We don't know where it is. Thanatos is probably looking for it too. So the entire world knows about this now. She can even take the pulse of someone who's dead. It feels quite cool being a departed spirit. It feels kind of cool.
Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
Thank you.
You've completed the trial of time, and I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Well, Banan, his weakness, and you know how to kill him, so...
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
We're gonna finally meet Cypher, the cat girl, the cat lady.
I'll try and get her to return to
Yeah.
Artemis, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Well, Glaya, I'm gonna cheat death. Like I've already cheated it once and twice. Thank you for your help. Is this supposed to be comforting? Thanks for your help.
It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time.
Of course, they're gonna get something out of it.
But before that, just
What's wrong, Aglaya?
omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
Either this is gonna be terrible and he's betraying us, or this could be good and he's actually gonna trick him. But you know, Aglaya is the one person who actually says his full name.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan.
That maybe this is a trick. He's trying to trick the elders.
Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Oh, since you to Alexia not long ago. Oh my goodness. Where are you?
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of
Oh,
Shadow.
of course, it's Thanatos.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm? Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion.
Oh,
Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity,
Ooh, who's this?
is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency?
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
Oh no, that's not that long.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
You know, and actually, I don't think you should betray her because she's the only person that calls you by your full name. Nobody else does that. I probably will never do that. So, honestly, that's a good thing on her. She's the only one that calls you by your full name. You should respect that.
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
God, wait. Can I... Let's line up. Yeah.
Watch this magic trick.
Okay.
Watch this magic trick.
Okay, gotta use your eye. Okay, Lelouch. Going up to go see the council. Hey, hello, council members.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Inexagoras.
Oh, somebody else calls him by his full name. Maybe this is why he joined the Council of Elders. This was his condition. You have to call him by his full name.
It's been a while, Lord Inexagoras. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherians perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls. Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar, if necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
Well, so considerate.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting for...
Oh, damn it.
Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes, for dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Skyfather as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
Oh.
Please, Professor.
Okay then.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Memorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly.
And actually, they probably don't even give a crap about you. They just care about the Titan.
You're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
And probably a worse cage, too.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you.
Aww.
This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Ooh.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Okay, let's walk around. Let's go up here first. Bam.
Professor Nexa! Over here!
First, I want to fix this. What is she? Hey, young scribe 1.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
Well, I mean, Anaxa technically did die.
The fates toying with us.
It's only the Kremnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akama would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akama, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals
Yeah,
of
I was about to say that. Cersei, didn't you say you were gonna leave?
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think.
Well, this kind of bothers me. Oh. Let me get the treasure chest. Who's gonna call out for me now?
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Yeah, people just don't want us here. Eisen Priest.
Anaxagoras.
Somebody else calls him by his full name.
To the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephale's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
Like how?
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be Kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Bro probably knows we're right.
We were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others. It seems that Kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephale's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Why not both?
Praising him, of course.
Never mind.
As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Listen to Cersei's evaluation of the murals.
Oh, my. Could it be that the great tree painted in this mural is actually depicting...
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Could look like a tree?
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawn-Cloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old, 2 years old. Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his drawers to sleep. How interesting.
You shouldn't have told her to go licking your memories, Naxa.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me.
Oh?
It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories.
They're probably dead.
It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
They're probably dead.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every Titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This...
So his sister...
Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Got corrupted by the black tide. Then...
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thalesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, Why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
So he dies, but he resurrects his sister.
Anaxa, you... I did it, teacher! But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip.
Oh.
By merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
You know, it's just a prediction. It's most likely not going to happen. What if somehow Anaxa tries to get our soul to exchange it for his sister? Because that would be equivalent exchange. One soul for another? Maybe that could happen. I don't think so.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires.
Oh.
You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
Or is that just a lie?
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours?
Well, bro doesn't got a left eye.
This story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
Hey, that's fair. Yep.
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
So, are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival, so please depart forthwith.
It's finally time.
Well, let's go meet the council.
The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Yes.
Your nickname is Dromus as well? You must really like those creatures.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Enter the hidden... Oh, wait. Catch. Follow me, sailor. How many waves have we braved, and how many reefs have we crossed? Surely you remember those nights we kept on the mast? The pure moonlight spilling over the sails, the ship rocking gently as it glided across the dark sea. In those moments, I even dreamed of becoming a hero. Do you feel the same? Yes. Yes, and now we are finally setting sail again. Are you ready, sailor? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Oh my god. This is fun. I love it. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, we're not going to do the ooh. Probably copyright. We can't do that. Okay, well, let's go meet with the council.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just
Damn.
ahead.
Okay, maybe I should have walked slower.
I'll take my leave for now.
If anybody talks, I'm going to stop. Fast boy. Okay, this place actually looks cool.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
This place actually looks really cool. Hello, Elder Canis.
Lord Anaxagoras. Oh, I've heard so much about you.
He's calling by his full name.
Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer.
Naxx's probably full himself now.
Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Damn.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option,
it's probably
well,
not.
To that, I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
So Naxa is the key.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours,
look,
we
it's a
can
core
continue
flame.
talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters, just like how there are two types of people in this world, geniuses and dimwits.
Okay, damn. Well, let's keep going. There's a core flame right there.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise.
Perfect timing, ain't
Could
it?
such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Let's begin then. I need some more time. Let's begin.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaya. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame.
First Tribby?
A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
Ooh. She's prepared to execute me. She just needs vassals who will do her bidding without question. She just needs vassals.
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly walk on the path that she extols. Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
garnering my support is equivalent to garnering the support of the entire grove, I'll be the one to shatter Aglaya's self-righteousness.
Aglaya's authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a setback.
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough to push her to her wit's end.
What's more, there are many who remain silent, merely watching to see how much chaos I can unleash. Not to mention, you know full well that the Chrysos heirs have never been a united front.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
Oh, that's fair. How absurd. My loyalty is unquestionable.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet.
I don't think the hatchet is buried.
However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Oh no.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat.
So Castris is
if
in on this plan
sees
too.
Me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people, and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see then.
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after,
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Speak with Lygus. Hello, Lygus.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Thank you, O great Circes. You are great.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Let's go. The Council of Elders. First I gotta get... Oh, never mind.
Go on ahead. Take this Yanis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
Well, Lygus, I want the treasure chest first.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey. I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kefali than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
I hope things go as you say, then.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world which is on the brink of destruction.
Nope. We'll get the chest. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this is gonna go. What could go wrong?
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well,
Are those Titan
I don't see how
whispers?
this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste here.
Uh-oh.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Well, see you in 15 days.
Wait.
Oh.
Is that Cersei's? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Oh, she can't see it, or she didn't see it?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
Continue climbing the mountain. Oh. You see little fragments.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Oh! Lord Nias.
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Yeah, Lord Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
Oh, maybe she can't see it.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
is a departed spirit?
This is a pilgrimage platform dedicated to devout believers, but you're an Anaxagoras. Never kneel to false godhood. Well, let's go. Oh. There's more memories of the past.
Go melt it down.
Okay, let's continue. See if we'll see any more memories of the past. Nice.
You two again.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
You know, why is it question mark, even though it's
still
Cersei's?
you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but
Fragments of the past.
the souls of people.
Or yeah, or that.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
I'm fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
Pilgrimage platform, but you're next. Okay, so he's just gonna. It's gonna say the same thing. Ooh, chest.
So, we meet again.
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Cersei's. Does the name Calypso ring a bell?
Oh.
Cersei's?
She just disappeared.
Gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Okay, well, let's get.
Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Well, let's continue on.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
Okay, well, we are here.
We're here. Finally. So...
After these loud-ass Titan mummerings.
But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself. Did I still fail to make it in time? So, I'm back here again.
Here.
This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Ooh.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
The Casterus, maybe?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cersei's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Cersei's question and reclaim my body.
So that's...
No, I will not do that. That isn't important.
So that wasn't Casterus, that was her twin sister, Polixia, then.
Because another one of my conjectures one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, we're switching to Danny Boy's point of view.
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this towering tree is Cersei's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Cersei's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree, because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the recent Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cersei's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny?
Oh my god, she called him Danny too.
The Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Oh. Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ear of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just, I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
I'm sorry. Wait, did you just say his side? You mean her? Yeah, I know it says her, but I swear you said his. Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaia needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happens to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout of any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to Pulani.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
The silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. How to leave Amphorius? In the myths, Aquila, the Titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth's forebears were priests who worship Aquila. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her. Seeing how Aglaia has sent her here as a guide, it's possible that she plans to have Hyacinth take on a trial in the future. Amphorius' Titan mythology. In Amphorius, Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of Amphorius. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Titans and Aeons. Titans and Aeons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can even take over their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Aeons are. The Chrysos and demigods. Chrysos are humans who possess heroic qualities, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing a core flame trial, a Chrysos heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? The Flame Chase Journey and the Prophecy. Guided by the prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim core flames and usher in the new era, in the Era Nova. Their efforts seem gratifying results to date. As expected, the prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of, but with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. Think of something else. Pulani's plight. Nobody could ever imagine that Pulani's life would be forfeited the moment we landed on Amphorius. I should have done more to keep her safe, but it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Amphorius might just work in our favor and save her. The Grove is the vertebral library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records on a similar case. Please let there be one. Enough musing for now. It's time to move. The clock is ticking. I should search for clues as I move. Okay, well, let's go. The night sky feels unusual now that I've gotten used to the eternal light of Okama. Danny boy, I can use you as a trial, but I'm not going to do that. Whee! Let's go. You know, I wonder if we could just teleport. I won't do that. What's so fun? What's so fun in that? Jump. Oh. I don't even think we could use a teleport. Black monsters are twisted in form, and their life has turned to ash together with their souls. It's impossible to figure out their form when they were still alive. These are the remains of a black tide monster. It does look different from the Titankin from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? A record debate between Vertinus and Norpris scholars. Most of it is ineligible, leaving only fragments of dialogue. Vertin scholar. We all recall that state that dared touch the sky. But what were they really? Just blind masses manipulated by ambitious politicians who dare challenge the Titan's authority? A completely meaningless attempt, an absolute mistake. No scholar. You Vertinus have bowed to the Titans for so long you've forgotten a scholar's true purpose. Making a mistake does not mean the act was meaningless. Even though students new to the Grove understand this from basic logic lessons, an entire city-state reduced to ashes proved the skyship's construction was a mistake. To me, that's precisely the meaning they achieved through sacrifice. Am I hearing this right? Such a statement. Are you converting to Venetaries law? No, I'm simply examining the matter from another perspective. Legible content ends here. Oh my god, I cannot speak. As expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. Aglaya's also made mentions of the ships that were ships when she interrogated us. A memory? I'd rather forget. I mean, yeah, we almost did die. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed. Well, let's keep searching. I wonder if we are going to have to go all the way up to the top of the tree. I hope not. That's going to take forever. Oh, hey, Hyacinth. You just looking at these people? That's Hyacinth. Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much faith as I have in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out there.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
I'll sit back. I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perks, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please.
I'm kidding, Danny.
All right, now let's get him.
I think she could have probably handled them.
Nothing but a boy.
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Time to twirl.
I think this isn't a hard fight.
Time to twirl.
Even though they have no ice weakness. This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The black tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me.
Really?
Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
A debate recorded between two scholars. Most are illegible, leaving only fragments. Euphorio. Well then, enlighten me. What exactly do you mean by examining another perspective? Simple, you see. When we stand normally, the sky is above. When we stand on our heads, the sky is below our feet. I don't even want to know what kind of situation inspired you to make such exalted theories. By the way, I have a student who loves to write satirical comedies and once wrote about a fool who could not figure out a question no matter what. As I said, there's no reasoning with you, Venatrinus. You're like Dromos, huge yet always gazing downward at the earth, while I want to be the wasp that stings the Dromos. What is the state tyrant defeat simply proved that among all paths to Aquila, the skyship was the wrong one? Anaxa, you imposious blasphemer, mark my words, you will eventually answer for your sacrilege. I doubt your students or that young teaching assistant girl have any idea what secret research you're truly conducting. Anaxagoras. He's the scholar who fused himself with the core flame of reason.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned anything about it.
Ooh, what else could he be keeping a secret from you? Fanon said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
I picked up a scroll on my way here too. It looks like it may be related to the one you're holding.
Oh, let me have a look.
Oh my god. Ison combines both records together.
By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Who are the
The
Venetrinists?
Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most.
The Venerationists.
As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
A very illustrious explanation. Thank you. Was it a mistake to build the skyships?
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Treaty cannon could slip past their watch.
Probably. That was a joke, right? What is Anaxia's field of study?
Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxia a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch.
No, I don't have any more questions.
Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even this scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can find on the Titans for now. There's something else that caught my attention, though. This says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of some sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Let's keep running. Just keep running. Back here.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do.
Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits. Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akima for reading after that.